Hey, how's everybody doing today, man? It's Corey Lee's Boxing. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. So yeah, let's get at it, man. I'm here to talk about Chris Eubank Jr. versus George Groves. This is actually gonna be this fight is gonna be for the IBO super middleweight title of the world. It's gonna be for the WBA super world super middleweight title. So it's two supers in that. I guess the WBA super is pretty much what they're trying to say. Because they got the WBA regular, and then the WBA has pretty much three belts. They have the WBA interim belt, they have the WBA regular belt, and they have the WBA super belt, which is very, very, very complicated. But I mean, that's the way they do it. They get their money from that type of. The way they doing that is that like they get their money from doing it like that. You know what I mean? They get 3 sanctioning fees from each belt. I mean, I'm not knocking them, but it's just like, who the hell's the champion in each weight class? Like from the WBA, I mean, damn man. But it's all good. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, so Chris Eubank Jr., man, is pretty good. He's 26-1 with 20 knockouts. He had his only defeat with Billy Joe Saunders. That was a split decision win for Billy Joe. Very, 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 very tight fight. Could have went either way. It was a domestic level fight at the time. It wasn't for any world titles, for the Commonwealth title at the time. Notable wins on Chris Eubank Jr.'s record is Arthur Abraham, which was 46-5 at the time. Nick Blackwell, he KO'd Nick Blackwell. Nick Blackwell got seriously hurt after the fight. He got pushed into an induced coma. Prayers go out to him. I think he's doing good, but I think he got in the ring again after that. I think he did some type of sparring and got in a coma again. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure something happened to him again, where he got in the ring and something, it didn't turn out too good. So prayers go out to that guy, man. Stay out of the ring, dude. You're finished. So they say you're only as good as your last fight. Chris Eubank Jr. fought Alvini Yildirim. So he fought for the IBO, for Chris Eubank's IBO super middleweight title. And this was in the World Boxing Series. He KO'd him, and he KO'd him in 3 rounds. Yeah, it was a 3-round KO, vicious KO. They fought in his hometown, so Chris Eubank got death threats. He said he went through a whole lot in that fight, and he said when they were done, they were asking for his autograph when the fight was over. So that was a very tough fight on paper was supposed to be on paper for Chris Eubank Jr. Disposed of him in 3 rounds. You got George Groves on the other hand. I mean, he's been in some wars, man. A lot of people think he might be finished, man, because of the wars he's been in. He might be pretty much, not punch drunk, but pretty much close to it, like, wore out, like wore the fuck out, like, fight worn, So he had 2 fights with Carl Froch. They both ended up the same way, different rounds. 2013, first fight, Carl Froch KO'd him in the 9th round. That was for the IBF super middleweight title and the WBA super middleweight title. Lost that TKO 9 rounds. 2014, Carl Froch rematch, TKO, round number 8 this time, and it was for the same belts, IBF and WBA. He couldn't get past Carl Froch, man. I think Carl Froch retired after that. On a win like that. It's awesome. Awesome way to go out, Carl. But then you got he fought a guy named Dennis Douglin. I think they called him like Baby Boys Dennis Duggan because I think his mother trains him. He KO'd him in He KO'd him in 7 rounds. A WBC for the WBC super middleweight. Then he fought Badou Jack for the WBC World Super Middleweight title, and that was a 12-rounder. That went the whole 12 round. That was a split decision for Badou Jack, so he actually lost that fight. Fast forward a couple fights later, he fought Martin Murray. Pretty much 12 rounds. Went 12 rounds. He pretty much lost. He pretty much won that fight 12 rounds easy. Unanimous decision. And that was for the WBA International Super Middleweight title. So that wasn't for a world title per se, but that was for the international title. So that was, that was working his way into the WBA so he can get that shot with the WBA. So then he fought a guy named Fedor Chadinov. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the hell out of his name. So that was actually for the WBA Super World title, for the WBA Super Middleweight title. I've never heard of that guy a day in my life, dude. I don't know where this guy came from. I don't know how the hell he got in line for fucking the WBA Super title, but I don't know, man. It is what it is. He got KO'd in 6 rounds. Obviously, he wasn't on the level. Then he fought Jamie Cox in the World Boxing Super Series. And Jamie Cox was 24-0 with, I want to say, 13 knockouts. So, yeah, he fought him, actually KO'd him in the 4th round. That was a slugfest, though, while it lasted. That was a slugfest. And here we are, man. Here we fucking are. Chris Eubank Jr. versus George Groves. Like I said, for the IBO Super Middleweight title and for the WBA Super Middleweight title. And that's the Super WBA title. So that's the big one. I think it's going to be a back and forth fight, man. You got George Groves. He fights in the orthodox position. So he's pretty good with his right hand. He got power, he's definitely got power. Chris Eubank fights orthodox as well. Neither one of them switch up as much. Like a Terrence Crawford, they might switch to southpaw, but they pretty much stay orthodox the whole time. My personal opinion about the fight, man, my personal opinion is I got this fight going a good 9. I got him going 9 to 10 rounds, if not the whole 12. But if anybody gets the stoppage, I got Chris Eubank getting the stoppage by body shots. You heard it here first, by body shots. Chris Eubank Jr. I got Chris Eubank Jr. winning the tournament. So, there's no secret about that. I've said that on many shows. Ringside Reporter, I'm on there. Fanon, I've talked to him about it. Different boxing outlets I'm on. And so yeah, man. But yeah, so that's what I pretty much got, man. That's the way I got it going on, man. I got it going on like that. Chris Eubank Jr. by TKO or unanimous decision. If I had to pick one, I would go for the knockout. I would go for Chris Eubank body shot knockout. Not in George Groves not beating the count. I think George Groves' best days are behind him. My personal opinion, I don't got him going the whole 12. George Groves would not make it to the 12th round to hear the bell. So, man, this is Corey Lee's Boxing, baby. Man, y'all enjoy the fight, man. I'll have my post-fight thoughts. Have a great day, dude. And women.